President Museveni promises to support Kasese district into commercial agriculture. The Electoral Commission briefs election observers ahead of the January 15th general elections. 8 injured in Lira City electoral violence. Lira City woman MP Dr. Rutha Cheng condemns the act, while police caution special police constables over misconduct during the election period. That and more is what we have for you this evening. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Yusuf Senyomo joins in for sign language interpretation, and he'll be on your screen in just a few seconds. To start with, leaders of Kasese district have acknowledged the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni for transforming the district through establishing a UPDF mountain brigade to enhance security. The remarks were made during Museveni's campaign in Bukonzo, East County. They pledged to secure over 70% of the vote in his favor. We have details from Kasese.
Kisinga Town Council grounds in Bukonzo, East County, Kasese district hosted a multitude of NRM supporters as the NRM presidential candidate Yoweri Museveni delivered the 7-point manifesto. During the campaigns, Kasese district leaders praised the NRM for transforming the district through development and for creating mountain brigade of UPDF to keep security in the district.
Security. He has just ADF from Uganda and is now pursuing it in the DRC. He chased Nalu.
We thank him for giving us the mountain brigade. As of now, all the mountains here are very secure and the lowlands because of that brigade. If you look across Beni, Congo, people are always in running battles. But our businesses are very sound.
So the people have resolved to vote the president because of Nyabirongo Health Center Fund. The second one the president promised when he was here was the bridges on the rivers. And he has indeed fulfilled that. And
in the mountains, there are roads. We have security at the border. We have good relationship with the people of Congo.
The third one was pipe to water. Now that project is ongoing. It has already started.
Others commended him for wealth creation programs.
EDM has reached some homes and is continuing. The payment to the elderly, which has now been scaled down.
This time, we expect to get more than 70% in the Bukonzo East and Bukonzo West, because the president has been so good to us. He has so many programs.
And the other issue is the PDM, people are enjoying the 1 million.
I would also ask for a vote for President Museveni, particularly here in the Bukonzo East where we are, for the roads, the bridges.
Museveni urged the Kasese to hold the peace as a din, as they remember how ADF disturbed them before.
You, the people of Kasese, are the best witnesses for peace, because you know what peace means. And you know what lack of peace means. You have seen it here in Kasese and the Rwenzori in general. And you also live near Congo. So you should be the lecturers for peace.
Museveni pledged more irrigation schemes for Kasese people to boost agricultural production.
Here in Kasese, we need to add irrigation. And in all other parts of the country.
He encouraged the residents to enter commercial agriculture to create jobs and improve household incomes.
We said there are a number of steps each family needs to take. First step, stop producing for the stomach only, produce for the stomach and the pocket. And secondly, do so with the chivaro. And that's when we proposed the 4 acres model for people with smaller pieces of land.
Tomorrow, on Tuesday, Museveni moves to Kololo ceremonial grounds in Kampala for the final rally. Philip Uta and Gloria Gwetabinji for UBC News in Kasese.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has rallied residents of Kasese district to take up commercial agriculture and tourism if they are to chase poverty out of their homesteads. Museveni was campaigning in Busongora North constituency, Kasese district, where he called upon the people there to turn up on the 15th of January and vote for the NRM.
This marked President Yoweri Museveni's final.
Having campaigned in Kasese district on 4th December 2025, President Museveni has on Monday 12th January 2026 returned to the area. The one-day tour has seen President Museveni hold 2 campaign rallies in Kasese within Kaiga Primary School grounds in Mariba Sub-County of Busongora North County constituency, hosting the day's second campaign rally. To accompany the president once again in Kasese has been the NRM Vice Chairperson for Western Uganda, Engineer Jonada Simwe, flanked by Ministers Rafael Majezi, As Kaboyo and Martin Mugara.
On behalf of the elders, I'm putting this hand up, and God is seeing it, to bless you that Uganda, you are going to lead it. Take water, feel relaxed, don't allow stress. We are going to fight for you and ensure that you have bigger percentage, and we celebrate with you.
This is the last Upcountry campaign rally of President Museveni ahead of this week's presidential and parliamentary elections.
First of all, thank you. I want to thank the elders and the population for blessing me.
The return of candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in Kasese district, particularly Busongora North County, is premised on its location, which denied them an opportunity to interact with the president during the December campaign rally.
Your Excellency, the people of Busongora North are so happy and appreciate your visionary leadership because the health sector of Busongora North has improved.
Local leaders, however, acknowledged the long-standing relationship between the government of Uganda and the Rwenzururu Kingdom.
Is the facilitation that you gave to our Musinga when he fell sick and you treated him in Turkey. We thank you so much.
So therefore, even before we went into the government, we advised all the homesteaders to get involved in wealth creation at the household level. So therefore, the economy of Kasese should be based on 3 sectors. Number 1, commercial agriculture on a small scale mainly. Then the second one will be services, especially tourism.
The creation of Busongora district topped the local district's request to the president.
In 2016, Your Excellency, if you may recall, you promised us, the people of Busongora North, to have a district.
And we are creating other funds. Like in the parish, we shall add another 15 million for the leaders to borrow from. And we are going to also create a fund for university graduates. And for the cultural institutions like Obusinga, we are going to start also a fund for them. Nimbasaba Musajike NRM. NRM oye.
The Monday 12th January 2026 presidential campaign trail of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni here in Kasese district makes it his last upcountry address to the voters. He will be now retreating to Kampala on 13th January 2026 to address the last campaign trail of the presidential elections at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds. I'm Robert Onyango for UBC News here in Kasese District.
We thank you so much for watching. Now, today we start that week where Uganda will go to the polls and have an election, a general election, starting with the presidential and parliamentary election that will be on the 15th of January. That is no more other day but the Thursday this very week. We just have tomorrow and Wednesday, and we shall go to the polls. So we will give you a glimpse of what it was like in Kasese district, where the president has campaigned today, in terms of performance to do with the MPs, and to see how which party scored and what their score was. So we'll start with the woman MP seat. We'll look at the 2021 performance and also have a comparison with what they have now in 2026, who is standing. So let's go with the 2021 candidates of 2021, Kasese Woman District, District Woman MP 2021. We had Kabuho Florence of the FDC, Sarah Itungu Masereka of the NRM, Kabuho Mary Marilyn, she was independent, and Katembo Fatuma, who was the NUP candidate. The winner was FDC's Kabuho Florence with 1,072 votes, which was 43% of the vote. Number 2 had Sarah Itungu Masereka of the NRM with 73,924 votes, which was 31% of the vote, followed by Kabuho Mary Marilyn, the independent candidate 2021, who had 48,545, 21% of the vote, and Katembo Fatuma of the National Unity Platform, who had 12,378 votes, which is 55% of the vote. I beg your pardon. Now, in 2026, the candidates that are there, still for the woman MP seat, the incumbent is Florence Kabuho of the FDC, who garnered 101,072 votes, which was 43% of the vote then. The number 2 was Sarah Itungu, like we saw, Kabuho Mary, who got 21%, and Katembo Fatuma. That was 2021. So this time round, we have candidates. There are 5 of them in 2026. There is Itungu Sarah of the NRM, Katembo Fatuma of the NUP, Asiasa Ruth of the PFF, Kabuho Florence, who is the incumbent of the FDC, and Kabuho Mary, who is an independent. So we wait to see who will take the day. Going to Kasese Municipality. Kasese Municipality 2021 had 4 candidates. The NRM had Kambale Ferigo, who got 14,213 votes, which was 49% of the vote. There was Centenary Franco Robert, who got 11,460 votes. He was independent, and that was 40% of the vote. Then Ntabose Gideon, who garnered 1,864 votes. He was an FDC candidate with 6%. And the NUP candidate was Baluku Sam with 1,032 votes, which was 4% of the whole vote. 2026, who are the candidates? 2026, the incumbent, the serving MP is Kambale Ferigo. He won with the 49% of the vote, which was 14,213. He beat Centenary Franco, who was independent, Ntabose Gideon of the FDC, Baluku Sam of the NUP, Benuza Jen, who was an independent, Mubaraka Stewart, an independent, Karamagi Stephen, an independent. Those are the people he beat to take it in 2021. 2026, this very week on Thursday, the people in the race are Kambale Ferigo, the very incumbent of the NRM. Mutoma Robert, he's the NUP candidate. Centenary Franco returns in the race, this time on the FDC ticket. Mafunguro Joseph from the PFF. Katusabe John, he's an independent candidate, and Mogisa Francis, who is also an independent. That is Kasese Municipality. Those are the candidates they have this time, 2026. We thank you so much for watching. As we go towards Thursday, 15th January, we'll be giving you a picture, at least of the different districts and how the performance were in the different positions. Thank you so much for watching. It's UBC News Tonight.
My fellow Ugandan, this is Jaja Yoweri Kaguta Museveni speaking. For many years, together we have built peace, stability, and progress. In the coming term, Kisanja, we are determined to continue implementing free education for our children in government schools, primary, secondary, and tertiary. I request your support together to secure this free education for the future of our Bazukuru and a prosperous Uganda for generations to come. This is Jaja Museveni, old man with a heart, with gratitude and commitment to you.
The program has met our expectations in that it has been able to give us business.
They gave us a contract where we did a renovation at their head office. MTN trained us in their procurement process and also the IT technology.
I was struggling with managing the finances of the company. So when I went for that training, I was able to improve in financial literacy and management.
Are you a female entrepreneur looking to do business with MTN? Log on to www.mtn.co.ug/AWE. Together, our progress is unstoppable.
Kabogosi, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namagundi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
NSSF sure is not far. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account. NSSF, a better life.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for Silk Vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
My fellow Ugandan, this is Jaja Yoweri Kaguta Museveni speaking. For many years together, we have built peace, stability, and progress. These are the gains that have transformed our country and improved the lives of millions. As we move towards this qualitative leap to a middle-income country, let us continue protecting these gains by working hard, supporting our families, increasing the PDM funds from 100 million to 200 million per parish, and promoting peace in our communities. Uganda's success depends on each of us doing our part with integrity, discipline, and patriotism. Together, we shall secure our future and build a prosperous Uganda for generations to come. This is Jaja Museveni, old man with a heart, with gratitude and commitment to you.
Blue Christmas is near. Spread the festive cheer all December with great deals right here. Shop online with Market by Momo. We deliver. Log on to market.momo.africa. Use the MyMTN app or the new Momo app to register and shop online. Market by Momo is from MTN and powered by MasterCard.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for silk vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical-looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product. Unisteel Investment Uganda Limited, shaping the future of steel in East Africa and beyond. With an investment of over $100 million and a production capacity of 300,000 metric tons per annum, Unisteel is setting new standards in steel manufacturing. At our state-of-art facility, we produce TMX rebars, branded Unis TMX 500 CWR, and high-quality wire rods using only imported virgin steel billets. Every batch is tested and tracked for unmatched quality assurance. Our steel powers the region's most ambitious projects, from dams, skyscrapers, to bridges and beyond. Unisteel. Superior quality, trustworthy choice.
The Ministry of Works and Transport, in collaboration with the Uganda Police Force, is rolling out the mandatory motor vehicle inspection services as one of the interventions to improve road safety, protect the environment, and safeguard the health and well-being of the public. The key items for inspection are the braking system, suspension system, the lighting system, the exhaust emissions, and the general mechanical conditions of the vehicles, among others. The exercise has commenced for all government vehicles, public service vehicles PSVs, operating on fixed routes with route charts, private omnibuses PMOs, tourist vehicles, and those as may be referred by the Uganda Police Force in a dangerous mechanical condition. Other categories including private vehicles, light omnibuses, taxis, trucks and motorcycles will begin on a date to be communicated by the Minister of Works and Transport. The vehicle inspection centers are Kawanda on Bombo Road and Namamve on Jinja Road for motorcycles, light and heavy vehicles, Nabingo on Masaka Road and Namlanda on Entebbe Road for motorcycles and light vehicles. Mbale, Gulu and Bara inspection centers are for all categories of vehicles. The inspection fees have been significantly reduced to ensure compliance. Get your vehicles ready for inspection. Safer vehicles, safer road users, safer journeys. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Works and Transport.
Hello, my Muzukuru. This is Jaja Yoweri Kaguta Museveni speaking. In our NRM Manifesto 2026-2031, we are focusing on empowering you to create, innovate, and succeed. Those who spend 2 years without getting a job after graduating from university will receive money from a fund in startup capital to begin a business or innovation. We shall also increase the PDM funds from 100 million to 100 million per parish. We are also making internet more affordable so your ideas and enterprise can grow faster. My message to you, stay focused, peaceful, and use these opportunities to build your future and support others. Together, let us protect the gains and move Uganda into a high middle-income status country. This is Jaja Museveni for the Muzukuru with love.
News tonight. The return of peace and stability is among the key reasons people in Kasese reaffirm support for the NRM ahead of the general elections. State Minister for Guidance Godfrey Kabyanga says that President Museveni's engagement with regional leaders pushed the ADF out of Uganda.
This marked President Yoweri Museveni's final Upcountry campaign rally and second last nationally. In Busongora North, leaders say this remains a major gain that must be safeguarded.
It's also important for everybody to know that after Luero, the president came west. This was the western axis, and this is the particular place where he started now the journey to go and take over Kampala.
You are aware that in this area we had ADF and we had sleepless nights because of ADF. But His Excellency the President of Uganda, using UPDF, worked tooth and nail to ensure that this place is pacified.
Other leaders share the same view.
ADF was a threat to us all the time, till the president sent UPDF to go and fight them deep in Congo. I would like to thank Honorable His Excellency Tshisekedi and His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni for agreeing to pursue UPDF in Congo. So now we can sleep.
Few kilometers from here, our brothers and sisters are not doing well when it comes to security. So for us here as Kasese, when we talk about why NRM, why Museveni should be voted, number one is peace and security.
If you go across, you'll find that there's a lot of duka insecurity in Beni, Goma, but here we are secure. And every business thrives because of security.
This explains the growing shift of political support from the opposition to NRM.
Kasese has never been an opposition stronghold. Kasese has always had their own issues that make them complain. They would protest in terms of voting, but they would not be opposition in terms of policy and action. So here they have now said, we left all those protests, we left the complaints, we want to work with you as a party, we want to work with the government.
There's no hostility anymore. We are moving together. The kingdom has added themselves on the rallying of the people to vote NRM.
Ugandans head to the polls on January 15th, 2026 to elect leaders for the next 5 years. NRM and President Museveni's final rally is expected at Kololo Independence Grounds on Tuesday. Henry Okrut, UBC.
The Alliance for National Transformation presidential candidate General Mugisha Muntu is pressing hard for his final presidential campaign days. While NRM and NUP attract massive crowds, General Muntu drew crowds in Mbarara and Ibanda districts.
Each day brings the presidential campaign closer to 15th January 2026 polling day, when Ugandans make a choice. Eight presidential candidates are seeking for votes for the highest office in the country. For presidential candidate General Mugisha Muntu, it's 2 days to go.
Trillion kumi, 10 trillion Uganda shillings.
General Mugisha Muntu has traversed Mbarara and Ibanda district, his second last campaign of 2026 general election.
Akabonero ne barber kwaka. Kariya ilmuja kore barber kwaka.
He addressed supporters in Mgalosha, Bandama, in Kashari North and Nyalobungo. In Lubindi and Bwizwera, General Mugisha Muntu emphasized for integrity and servant leadership in politics. He also addressed mini rallies in Ibanda as he pushes for the last lap of his final 2026 presidential campaign.
And the FDC candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has started giving voter education, emphasizing to voters to tick in the box instead of the face of the candidate on the ballot paper. He was campaigning in Bukedea district.
Some voters have expressed ignorance on how to conduct themselves at polling stations with only a few days left to polling day. Ugandans will on Thursday this week decide on who will be president of Uganda the next 5 years through exercising their constitutional mandate by voting a leader of their choice. While conducting campaign rallies in Bukedea district, the FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi told the people not to allow anyone to vote on their behalf.
Of civic education, but two, let us try our level best to always be working in a transparent manner whereby we should assist everybody. But if somebody got his fingerprint and put in my eyes, that is his belief. He should not say that is what? Spoiled. Because that was a perception that this is the person I need. You cannot say that's a spoiled what? But so anything.
During an engagement with media after a campaign rally at Chodong Primary Playgrounds, Chidongole Sub-County, Mafabi attributed the challenge to the population not getting enough voter education.
The Electoral Commission has not done its role. People are on guesswork. For example, here, they are telling people that when you reach here, you are given a ballot paper, you hand over somebody to vote. How? Electoral Commission should have come up and say everybody must vote for himself or herself. That one has not been done. So we are asking Electoral, what are you doing? So they have not done enough civic education, and this is not the first time.
Mafabi told the people during a rally at Kao Primary Playground in Kachumbala Sub-County that Teso has big pieces of land, promising to give a tractor to every parish for cultivation under his manifesto.
This area to grow, to be able to grow, you can see it's plain. It needs tractors, it needs combined harvesters. They have a lot of land, they can grow anything. These people have capacity to make money, to make produce, but they have not been helped. That's why we're saying in such areas, every parish should have a tractor. How do you compensate for every parish? They just don't need a tractor unless you are talking of the lower part.
The candidate also emphasized the need for starch factories, given the good and quality cassava Itesots produce.
In Teso, we want Teso to grow cassava. We're going to bring factories, small factories, cottage factories in every district, in every parish, so that this is converted to starch, it is converted to a finished product like a shirt, so that people.
At Chidongole, the candidate was entertained with local songs and dances.
We thank you so much for watching. We have the front bench this evening, and for that reason, as Newsroom, we'll sign out now and get back to you at 10 p.m. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Yusuf Senyomo and the whole team. Let's catch you then. Bye-bye for now.
Bench 2 days to the polls, that is on Thursday, where Ugandans will be electing their member of parliament, but also who will be the next president of the Republic of Uganda. Welcome to the front bench. My name is Jethro Kasese. Today and tonight, I am supposed to have officials from the Ministry of Health, but on the way, we do expect the permanent secretary, that is Dr. Diana Twine, to join us in a few. But also, we do expect the executive director of Cancer Institute. That is Dr. Jackson Orem to join us in a few. But right now, we do have Dr. Dennis Mwesigwa William, who is the Director, Inspectorate and Enforcement, but also the Chief, is also the Chief Inspector of Drugs. So we are going to be diving into matters concerning health for all. Do we have enough medicine? Hospitals working? What is there for us as Ugandans to understand when we do talk about National Drug Authority? What is their mandate? We do have a few people who run very, very small pharmacies in town. Some of them do sell expired drugs. Some of them, of course, National Drug Authority has done a number of enforcements. These people do have licenses, but sometimes they do things that are really contrary to what they have to do. But we shall be understanding most of these things from my panelists. Let me give a chance to the Chief to say hello to the viewer. You're most welcome on the show, Doctor.
Good evening, viewers, and greetings from National Drug Authority.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started on the way as we do wait for the Permanent Secretary, Dr. Diana Twine, but also the ED of Cancer Institute, Dr. Jackson Orem.
Oh, Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in